at the Eagle at the famed John Wanamaker's department store in Center City, Philadelphia, has been a classic tradition throughout its 114 years of nesting in this glorious building. I'm Kelly McShain Tyree, your host for The American Dream. Today we'll explore the latest visions for this historic architectural jewel. Please meet Jake Elganian. As developers, you are 50-year family-owned, New York City-based. What drew TF Cornerstone to take on such an iconic piece of Philadelphia history?
We were brought here mostly by coincidence to see the building and then sort of fell in love with the bricks. First, there was an opportunity to buy the Macy's portion, which we did in around 2019. And then as the office market deteriorated in the pandemic, we had an opportunity to buy the rest of the building and thought it would be a really great opportunity to put the building back together and revitalize it for the city.
So what should intrigued Philadelphians look forward to as a residential experience here?
I think there's a few really special things. One is probably the windows and the ceiling heights that we'll have in the apartments. And then the other one that'll be pretty exciting is the original Wanamaker building, natural light shone down into the grand court.
Well, thank you so much for your leap of faith into our city of brotherly love.
Thank you so much for having me.
Please meet Ray Biswanger. What makes this Wanamaker organ so extraordinary, both musically and historically?
Well, we have more voices, more sets of pipes than any other pipe organ in the world, and one of the reasons it's so beloved, ironically, is it was underbuilt. The original organ that came from St. Louis didn't quite have the strength it needed to have here, which made it soft, but big choruses of softness, beautiful velvety tones, and they kept adding to it a string organ, solo organs, choir organs, beautiful, beautiful stops that just sing and are perfectly suited for the original department store setting. It's just a very friendly, warm, golden sound that you hear nowhere else.
How have the Friends of the Organ helped to preserve this treasure over the years?
Well, we've been privileged to help what have been our retail partners. We had retail executives who really don't specialize in caring for pipe organs. They want to pursue their careers, and we took that burden away from them. There's always been 2 full-time curators here, but we knew that we had to add to that as the organ aged. Most of it's over 100 years old now, and it needed specialized people who are familiar with the care and feeding of a gargantuan pipe organ.
Peter Richard Conti has been the principal organist at the Wanamaker Grand Court since 1989. Peter, can you share some memorable performances or moments that stand out for you?
Yeah, certainly one of the highlights in my almost four decades, that's hard to imagine. The Philadelphia Orchestra came back to this building in 2008, first time in 75 years. They had been back in the building, and we did a piece that was originally written for them and this instrument in the 1920s, never performed until that moment in 2008, and it was magical.
What are some interesting facts about this organ that most people don't know?
Yeah, well, it is the largest fully functional musical instrument in the world. It's got just shy of 29,000 pipes, 28 and change. It is also built in the American symphonic style, which is a particular style of organ building that imitates symphony orchestras. And if you look at the stops that I have to my right and left, you'll see engravings for French horns, clarinets, English horns, tubas, huge amount of string tone, like you'd find on a symphonic stage.
The Wanamaker family described this Renaissance revival structure as an artistic center, a temple of the beautiful. On that note, please meet Grammy-winning countertenor, General Director and President of Philadelphia Opera, Anthony Roth Costanzo.
Great to see you.
Anthony, you've described this glorious building itself as operatic. Can you expand on that, both in meaning and in its potential?
Well, this was the intersection of arts and commerce. That's how Wanamaker built it. And I love this idea that opera is inherently interdisciplinary, that it has dance, it has fashion, it has art in the set and costumes. So there's so many disciplines, obviously theater and music as well, at play in opera. And I wanted to bring them all into this space, which in its scale, the grand court, is so operatic. It feels like you're in an opera house or on an opera set. This is the Greek Hall, another amazing space in the Wanamaker Building, and Opera Philadelphia has activated this with cabaret shows and even silent films accompanied by this Wurlitzer theater organ. So just seeing all the culture and the different corners of the building where people see tone, it was really exciting.
What a birthday present, Philly. The revitalization of John Wanamaker's early vision to bring commerce, architecture, art, and celebratory culture into one venue for the love of Philadelphia. I'm McShain Tyree, Realtor and your host for the American Dream.